Hey guys, what's up? This is Paul again. I'm making this video series for pet owners. I know a lot of people may already know this stuff, but you know, as I was a pet owner, I didn't have to deal with things on the same scale. But now that we've started our breeding business, I've kind of learned a lot of things, tips and tricks that kind of help with the process. What I mean by the process is ways that you're not wasting time or money. So today I'm going to cover how to treat your snakes for mites. Now, we're proactive. I feel like I should treat all of my snakes, if I can, as long as we can, for mites at least once a year, and then still quarantine all animals coming in. But if you do end up with mites, you need to be able to treat them. So I found two things that worked for me. The first one that I tried, which is a more costly method, was the provent-a-mite. And it has, let's see, what's the main ingredient? The main ingredient is permethrin. And so with that, this small, I mean, it's a 6-ounce spray can. This 6-ounce spray can costs anywhere from $25 to $30. So if you don't have it close to you, then you have to pay for shipping on it. So this one 6-ounce can could end up costing you about $35. But the benefit of this is that you can clean your cage, you can spray down the paper that you put on it, and the snake can crawl on it, and the mites will die. So, hey, but this is one option, the provent-a-mite. But what I chose to go with is the big gallon jug of miraclecarereptilespray, and I got this from chewy.com. I'm not sponsored by chewy.com. I was just searching, and I found it with new members you get a discount. So it was about $50 for a gallon. I ended up getting $20 off, so I got it for $30. So I got this for the price of this. This can be sprayed directly onto your snake lightly, as the instructions say. So what I did is I got a 16-ounce spray bottle, and I filled it up. You don't have to dilute this at all. And I will clean the snake and do all these other things, but just instead of me talking about it, I'm gonna show you, because that's one thing I don't like about a lot of YouTube videos, is when I'm watching people do a whole lot of talking and not a lot of showing. So, and this snake is our lesser bongo, and she's left me quite a nice mess. And I'm gonna explain why I do it this way, because you're trying to kill two birds with one stone. So here she is. She's all hissing too. This is her right here, the lesser bongo. She's a female. She's about 1,000 grams, and I'll weigh her today as well. But her cage is very poopy, man. I mean, in 1 week she can just, big snakes just do big dumps. You know, they get big shit. So what I got is she's housed in a 40-quart container, and I have another 40-quart container before the whole process starts. And what I'll do is I'll soak her in another tub about, mid-body girth or higher up on her with just lukewarm water for about 20 minutes. So I'll put her in there. And let her soak in here for about 20 minutes. And I'll just get back to you guys when that time is up. But in the meantime, and I'm not going to cover this on the video, but I'm going to go ahead and clean her enclosure out the way that I discussed in another video on how to clean out your enclosures while it's soaking. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I'm back. And as you see, I've cleaned out her cage. The way that I do it is I wash it out with Dawn dish detergent first, get it cleaned, and I grab my spray solution, my chlorhexidine solution, I spray it out, and then I wipe it down. That way, if there's any bacteria or viruses in there, I don't know if there is or not, but I use a veterinary cleaner, and it cleans everything out, and that's the thing that we want. That also goes to why I use these plastic bins until we just have a real reason to buy a rack. Right now, this is cost effective. Remember, this is like 13 bucks. The 15-quart tubs are like $8.50. So I just want to make sure that everything is nice and clean and sanitized so that my snakes aren't getting diseases and germs, and neither am I. So that's the main thing. But now that she's been soaking for a while, getting back to the subject, I know y'all didn't tune in to watch me talk about why about this tub. But anyway, so now this lesser bongo has been soaking for about like 20 minutes. So she's had enough time to drink water, get absorbed, because this is a mite prevention thing. So she's going to be going without water for at least 4 to 5 days. That's how I do mine. Like, if they don't have any, I do about 4 days. If they do have them, I do them for 7. So what I'll do is I'll open this up, and hopefully she won't try to jet out. And I'll put like a couple of drops in there I'll swirl it around. Then I just give her a bath in it. You know what I'm saying? I just shake it back and forth. Some of the water comes out. This is the most important step because by putting this Dawn dish detergent, which is safe to use, I'm not sponsored by Dawn either, but I just like the product. By using this Dawn dish detergent that you can pick up at Walmart or the dollar store or anywhere that's close to you, this acts as a good surfactant. So if there's any mites in the eyes, in the mouth, in the cloaca, I have such a hard time pronouncing the butt. So, or in the scales or anything like that, this surfactant will kill them. For whatever reason, mites can't take this because, you know, the way that insects breathe is through their bottom. So they don't breathe in and out of their mouth. So if you can put this on them and they're submerged in water, they'll drown. And this will prevent any mites from spreading. And this is the most important step. But the first step is hydrate your animal. The second step would add a couple of drops of dish detergent in there and give them a little shake. Let them soak like that for about like 10 minutes. And then for the next step, we'll just step right into it. But I'm gonna be using the mite spray. Man, I forgot where it was at. I'll be using the big mite spray, the Miracle Care mite spray, and my little 16-ounce bottle. But I'll be right back for that, guys. So, okay? All right, see you in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm back, and this is the last time I promise. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible, but now I'm going to be removing our snake Jess, the lesser bongo, from her bath, her soapy bath, to kill the mites. And I'll be putting her back in her enclosure. So one of the things that I use in this situation is some regular brown paper, sack paper. And you can get this from Lowe's or Home Depot. You might be able to order it online. But what I do is I basically line the bottom of the cage with this. So I'll put it on the inside and I'll just cut it across with scissors. If you can find a sheet that's wide enough to cover the full tank, that's great. I just use 2-ply to make sure that I'm covering the bottom. That way, if they soil it, I like to use paper or some kind of substrate just in case if they soil or if they poop or have feces. You know, I don't know which words y'all want to use today. So it's easier to clean up if it rolls up on paper or if it's attached to substrate. That's the main reason why I use substrate, because it's warm in this room right here. This room is warm, brother. I'm sweating. But so I don't have to worry about humidity as much. But what I'll do now is I'll put these scissors up because we're not doing an egg cutting video. And I'll get her out of there. And the first thing I'll do is I'll dry her off. A lot of the times they'll go ahead and reuse the bathroom in something like this. But I use just paper towels to dry them off. I'll just pick her up out of there and just kind of see the way her head's up against my body. That's a lot better for me because then if they start pooping, which I don't know if she's gonna poop or not, don't look like it. It'll just go into the water. If you start at the tail, then you might end up with a handful of mess. So now that I've done that, what I would do is scoot that to the side a little bit, and I'll spray that just with the Reptile spray. Instead of spraying it on the body, what I'd like to do is just use a towel or a paper towel and then just grab the body like that and wipe it down the entire body. For me, that works easier, and for the snake, it seems like that works easier. And then now that I got her close to her area, I can put it around her head, and she should just pull back. See, when they pull back like that, now you've actually coated them enough. So now that that's in there, I just go ahead and sit her down on top of the brown paper. She's already been treated for mites, and I'll put this back on for a little bit. The one thing I will do is I'll grab their hides, and this has already been cleaned out while y'all were waiting, waiting on me to get back for this video, which was like instant, right? So I'll take this and I'll wipe it out with the mite solution 2. Now, if you use a wooden hide, then you probably should soak that wooden hide in bleach. That would also kill it, but then you need to soak it a couple of times afterwards to make sure that all the bleach is out of the wood. But since this is a Exoterra hide, I can just wipe it off since I've already cleaned it and use a chlorhexidine solution and put it right back in there with it. And she should go into it. So, all right, Jess, I'll see you later, okay? In about 4 days, right? All right. So now, hey guys, it's that simple. Again, it's soak your animal for 20 minutes, a little bit of Dawn dish detergent in there, give her a bath, you know, scrub them around, and then you use your Reptile spray and you spray it on a paper towel after you've dried them off, and then you just wipe down the majority of the body first, and then you can put it up near the neck. And for pet owners, I know sometimes you might be a little scared of your snake's head. Sometimes I am too, I'm not gonna lie. But then the snake will pull its head back and that'll give all the coverage they need. Then you put them in on top of that paper, you replace their hide, and then you can put them back wherever they have. You know, this is no other substrate, no decorations, nothing in there. You're just gonna have them in there for 4 days. So they should do well. And if, you know, hey, let me know in the comment section what you think. And of course, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, because I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not. All right. Talk to y'all later, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.